Hi. So I have been putting off starting this video blog for a good month because I've been nervous. I've been scared. I wasn't sure always what I would say. But now that I've started further into this journey, I feel ready. And so I wanted to start by introducing myself. My name is Amber Morgan. I am journaling the journey for my health. I am a marriage and family therapist. I also am an administrator. And so I have the pleasure of leading a group of clinicians to try to help others overcome trauma in their lives and live happy, healthy lives. Well, about 4 years ago, my own health started to suffer, and I didn't know what to do. I kept working, kept fighting, kept thinking that the most important thing was my job, even though I had 2 little kids. They're beautiful. They're 6 and 8 now, and so just recently, I have finally started putting myself and my health as more of a priority. And so on the 7th of February, I started on reduced schedule FMLA. And it is quite a journey. I can only work 4 hours a day, and going from full-time down to 4 hours a day has been quite an adventure already. I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome 3 years ago. I was having daily fevers. They would range anywhere from 99.4 up to 100.9. I would feel just wiped all the time and thought it was just, I'm a mom, wife, I have a house, a great partner, but there's still a lot of stress involved in trying to keep a house and growing a business and seeing clients. And so thought, oh, I'm, just working hard. And the fevers bugged me. And then I started to have these periods where I would crash. And literally for a day or 2 days where I couldn't even stay awake. I'd be in my bed. I could hardly move. It felt like I was weighed down with humongous amounts of sand, and it was scary. One of the days I had my kids here, and it was really, really scary. And so that year, my husband said, "You have to go to the doctor. You have to figure out what this is, because it's not a way to live." And that started me on this journey of doctoring and going to lots of different doctors and having full body scans, making sure that I didn't have cancer, making sure that there was all kinds of things that wasn't wrong with me. And in the end, my infectious disease doctor basically said, "Well, I don't know what it is, but you do meet criteria for this chronic fatigue syndrome." And I can honestly say that for many years, I didn't believe that that's what it was. It felt like there had to be something different, something more. This chronic fatigue syndrome didn't feel like it adequately described what I had. I started on different medications. I had already been seeing a neurologist because I've had occipital neuralgia, pain in my base of my head, and I have migraines, and she was the first one that started to notice that I had a lot of pain. And then when I met with a rheumatologist, she did an assessment and said that at that point I was meeting all of the tender points for fibromyalgia as well. Though she didn't say that she thought that that again was what I had, that I was meeting criteria for it. And so I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia now about a year ago. It's hard to have a disorder, something health-wise that makes it so that on any given day, I might be working at about 40% energy. I have struggled. I have cried. I have gotten angry. I have pretended it wasn't happening. And now I am deciding to deal with it finally. So this daily journal, if I can keep up with daily, we'll see. Because some days I might not have the energy, and that's okay. I'm telling myself it has to be at least. I want to share with others what I go through and how I keep hope and how I continue to feel really, really blessed with the life that I have, with the family that I have, with the support that I have. And now the final journey is me. And it's gonna be a hard one, but I'm already seeing some changes. And I'm excited to tell you about them. The last thing I wanted to talk about in this first video today is why I called my page Healing Connections. I have believed for many years as a therapist that my job is to help others heal the connections between their relationships. And so healing connections between a mother and a son, or between a husband and a wife, and just how when our connections are strong and healed, how much better we feel. I then learned that there was research that was showing that the work that I was doing as a therapist was actually healing connections in the brain. And oh, I cannot even tell you how excited I was that day when I realized that it is one more way of healing a connection, and that's between neurons, and making new pathways and helping individuals have healthier lives by, again, healing connections. Well, now I am trying to heal connections in my own nerves, because so much of what I struggle with now is pain. I still have fatigue every day. The days that I don't are sometimes actually even more dangerous, because they make me want to do everything and enjoy all the things in life that some days I say, I'm sorry, I can't do that. But the pain is the thing that at this point can sometimes be debilitating. And I'll talk more about that on a different day. But at this point, I'm now trying to heal the connections inside of me. And so healing connections has always been what I believed would be, if I had my own practice, what I would call it. And so now I'm going to practice in a different way. And so this is going to be called Healing Connections. So for any of you that want to follow on my journey, hello, welcome. If nobody does, this is for me as well, so that I can look back and remember where I was when I took this huge leap to say, I can't do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. Why am I doing it? And started to try something new. So welcome, hello. Any of you that are here, I'd love to see you right below anything, whether it's questions about me or questions about what I'm saying. But I wanted to just start today with a bit of an introduction and take the leap, because it's hard. It's hard. But there's hope, and I believe that. And so that's why I'm doing this. Okay, bye.